17 years later, and I'm still embarrassed about taking my shirt off. Good Lord have mercy.
I'm taking you guys through my journey with scoliosis.
So I was diagnosed with scoliosis the year I turned 15. I was so cute and chubby. My father actually discovered it while I was sorting out a pile of laundry, if you can believe that, and I had no idea. I had maybe a little soreness while washing dishes, but that was it. He noticed a protruding hump on my back and was like, that's not right. So we went to a pediatric orthopedist, and unfortunately for me, it was too far gone for physical therapy or a brace because the curvature of my spine was way too large. So I had to have spinal fusion surgery, which looks like this. Living with scoliosis is not for the faint of heart. According to the National Scoliosis Foundation, an estimated 7 million Americans have scoliosis, and there is no clear-cut cause to why this happens. It's the most frustrating part about this diagnosis. Here's Dr. Sariah Khormaee, spine surgeon at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York.
Scoliosis refers to, in general, a curvature of the spine. And so people with scoliosis who have it have a three-dimensional curvature of the spine that has some degree, usually, of asymmetry. What that means is when we look at people straight on, most people and people without scoliosis, it looks pretty straight. But with scoliosis, there's some amount of curvature, whether it's like an S-shaped curvature or a C-shaped curvature, and usually some asymmetry.
For me, although the surgery was a success and everything was fixed for the most part, I still have what is called a rib hump, when the spine pushes to one side, making one of your ribs more pronounced than the other.
What one sees, or usually like what someone's dad sees, or someone's friend sees, or someone's sibling sees, is some asymmetry somewhere else. Like one shoulder might be higher than the other, the shoulder blade might be more prominent than the other. Somebody might have like a bump on their back that you see on one side that's higher than the other side, or one hip might be higher than the other.
Yes, there was definitely pain, and I'm not talking about that good pain when you crack your back. I remember after the surgery, the pain was so bad, I couldn't even muster up tears. And then there's the pain of learning to walk again. Me, two nurses, a physical therapist, a walker, and very slow movements trying to walk across hallways and upstairs. I was in the hospital for weeks trying to do things that we all take for granted, like bending down to tie one shoe and walking up a flight of stairs. Because of the increasing pain I was experiencing as I got older, which was tied to my weight gain and sedentary lifestyle, I really started hitting the gym when I was in my early 20s. For people with scoliosis, it's all about building strength. Everything is connected to the spine, and the stronger you can make it, the better. So I do a lot of core work, glutes, and everything else to stabilize my back and to increase my range of motion and my flexibility. But the pain for me didn't stop there. I had, and still have, the worst self-esteem ever. I'm the biggest work in progress. And I just remember feeling so angry and so bitter at myself, the situation. I was the hottest of hot messes. I was a wreck, and I was pissed. It wasn't until the Straightforward Foundation, now named Back to Healing, called me up and wanted to feature me, little old me, in their exhibition did I take my shirt off in public for the first time in 14 years.
Scoliosis is so individual for people. Every patient, every person is different, and how they conceptualize their scoliosis, how personal it is to them. That being said, after surgery, there's oftentimes a very dramatic change, and some patients find that gives them a more positive outlook or more confidence.
It opened up my eyes to the beauty and the strength, the true strength that comes from this diagnosis. I think everything I've ever done was to prove to myself that this thing wasn't going to ruin my dreams. Will I be the next shirtless heartthrob on Riverdale? Probably not, but I'll settle for Oprah. And the most important lesson I learned, I wasn't alone in this, and I'm actually in really good company. Everyone from Vanessa Williams to Liz Taylor and one of the fastest men on the planet, Usain Bolt, have been diagnosed with scoliosis.
Usually there's like no limitations in what people can do. It's just that it feels a little bit differently because of that asymmetry.
If you're one of the 7 million Americans out there diagnosed with scoliosis, we, and I mean we, are proof that whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, you can do it. I shared my story, now it's your turn. Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear any of your stories on your scoliosis journey. I'm Buki Elegbede, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy, deep divers.